Alright, let's do this. Let's do it in the middle of the night. That way we won't draw too much attention. They spent the whole night creating the whole scene. By falling on the next day, Cinder went to King Ghidorah's office and knocked on the door, looking fast and panicked. She had to pretend that she looked panicked. King Ghidorah. Right. Cinder opened the door. King Ghidorah turned to look at her. What is it, Cinder? You might want to take a look at this. King Ghidorah saw heard the voicemail. He saw the picture, and of course, he saw the video and grabbed the destroyed equipment. And of course, he saw the fingerprints. There was no doubt about it. This was Salem and her minions doing. That's it. Call Gigan. Tell him to bring the three here right now. As you wish, King Ghidorah. Cinder left and grabbed both Salem and her two minions. About 3 hours later, King Ghidorah was using his telepathical abilities. Salem was now no longer, her unstoppable self. She was now back to being a normal, immortal human. Mortal human. And Cinder had a big smile on her face. No one noticed except for her team. And just like that, Salem and her minions were in the dark dungeon. Gigan was no longer suspicious of Cinder anymore, knowing that the real spy were Salem all along. And of course, her minions. So, the quote-unquote spies have been captured. So Cinder and her friends can continue spying on King Ghidorah. And of course, slowing down the process of making the new Space Godzilla, of course. Later that evening, Cinder was talking to Godzilla for a while. So, you framed Salem and her two followers, correct? Mm-hmm. That was a very smart idea. Surprised you didn't even need our help for that part. You said that we might need Godzilla's help. Might is a strong word, sweetie. Anyways, how are things back at Atlas doing? So far, so good. But, Kiru recently told me about something pretty shocking, and that is Gigan and Mechagodzilla are planning to update their security. So, meaning almost no one would be allowed to come in or out of that base without an ID card or a, But King Ghidorah has trusted his allies, his army for years now. Yes, but knowing that he had spies, and since there's no one else that is royal to Salem for you guys to blame, things are going to get tougher there. So, I'm going to make a choice. That choice is two of you can rather come back to base. You guys can rather come back to base and I can send someone else. And I can send GMK King Ghidorah to start doing all the spying for you guys. Or two of you can come back to base and the other two can stay there. Or we can try something like this. Three of you can rather stay there or leave, and one of you, and who is ever left behind, they get to stay to continue spying for us. Cinder was just shocked. She never once heard Mechagodzilla and Gigan having a conversation. But then again, Godzilla had a clear point. King Ghidorah knows that he had spies. And since there's no one else royal to Salem for her to blame it in, things were going to get a bit more difficult. So Cinder had to make a choice. You can give me an answer tomorrow. But I think it'll be best if you guys came back and GMK King Ghidorah takes your place. Why GMK? Oh yeah, he's the legendary Ghidorah's son. Yep. Exactly. So you ought to send GMK King Ghidorah here? Yes. Most likely no one will suspect him at all, because he is King Ghidorah's son. So therefore, it should be easy for him to slip in there and obviously be our ultimate spy. But that depends on you, of course. So what's your decision?